Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. This is me, Rab Zishan. Hope you all are doing well and welcome to Red Lines, another podcast. And today I'm joined by a person who has a great knowledge about the international relations and things happening in Pakistan. So he's a joint DG of IB. Let's talk to him and discuss the current scenarios in Pakistan. Assalamu alaikum, sir. Hope you're doing well.
Balochistan, thank you very much.
Dr. Naveed Elahi Saab is here with us, and I hope that the discussion will be very informative. So, sir, if we start what is happening in Pakistan right now, when we see the situations, and Balochistan specifically, that is the part of Pakistan, and that was a place, having so much beauty and great people there. But right now, things are becoming worse day by day. What is the reason, and what is BLA actually?
Right. Thank you very much for having me here on your show. Actually, you see, Balochistan issue, we are grappling with it for last many decades. And there have been phases. There have been, uprising time and again, ever since, I would say, 70s or maybe earlier. The latest phase, which, ensued after when in the Musharraf regime, when Nawabzada Bugti was killed.
Right.
After that, there was a clear surge in this, activity against, Pakistan. And initially, it started off with the help of the Sardars, who were antagonized. Maybe they wanted to have some more power, share in the riches of Balochistan, and that was, normal, and that was handled very well. But after this Nawab Akhtar Bugti's killing in 2007, the thing, erupted. And this phase which is going on, it started. These 2-3 organizations, BLA, the Balochistan Liberation Organization or Balochistan Liberation Front, they were formulated as small groups of dissidents. Now they have gained some strength, especially BLA.
Right.
And it is supported by the foreign elements as well. They are the locals of Balochistan, and they are supported by hostile agencies, especially India, and maybe others also. And but having said this, I would never say that you start looking towards India for this reason. We should look inward and set our house in order. So we have been, changing our strategies to tackle these elements. And now we have, as we have seen, there has been a surge. Recently, there have been a surge in the BLA activities, and they are having their own media activity also. They are into from kinetic activity to the propaganda through social media. It's on the rise. It means oodles of money is being employed, that's being used. Somebody is pumping a lot of money. India is one element which is very clear because, their National Security Advisor of India, Ajit Doval, he has been on record to say that, yes, we are playing our role in Balochistan. Yes, we did play this role. RAW played the role in dismemberment of East Pakistan. So now the issue is how to tackle it. You see, in terrorism or in insurgency, the main instrument is intelligence.
Yes.
And we are focused on that, but still I think there are some gaps which we need to identify, and we see where intelligence and security, they are not, in consonance with each other.
Right.
Why they are able to conduct big, terrorist activities, why are not we able to stop them? Especially, I would say, in Quetta, there are only 3-4 main roads which lead to Quetta. Why can't we, carry out search operations and clear it of all the elements there? Why can't we, stop them beforehand? So it means there are some
Loopholes.
gaps. There are loopholes, there are gaps, there are lacunas in our strategy. Because you see, this is basically an insurgency.
Right.
The BLA, the Balochistan Liberation Army, gradually from autonomy to, they have reached to point that they want to have, freedom from
Yeah.
Pakistan. And Balochistan is an important province of Pakistan. So this is a small group basically. I would say that not more than 3,000 people
Yeah.
they are there. But what happens is that when there's a prolonged operation going on, at times people of the area are also the sympathizers. So in my opinion, from my experience, I would say that we should look at our counter insurgency strategy,
Right.
the coin strategy.
Right.
That should be relayed. The most important thing should be, you see, these people, they swim in their own area and their people. You try to appease those people. Minds and heart policy is very integral part of any counter-terrorism strategy or counter-insurgency strategy. You appease those people. If there are some, for example, people from the Baloch-dominated areas,
Yeah.
they support them or they give them some help also. You give them education, you give them job opportunities, you give them hope, and maybe you give them money, so that they say, no, we have a good life, we are not going to, support you. So I think we should step back, look into our counter-insurgency strategy, what's wrong with it, why these things are happening, why it's going from bad to worse, and then we reformulate our strategy with the focus. The money we are spending on counterinsurgency, if we spend that money on the people of the area, there would be, a radical change in this whole scenario. And secondly, I think talks and negotiations are again inalienable part of any counterterrorism or counterinsurgency strategy.
Yeah, of course.
Talks should continue through credible people. Even if their killing is going on, talks should continue. So I think this 3-4 pronged strategy should work. You keep your, you have to respond to the terrorist activities in a same manner. And of course, we have given a lot of sacrifices there. A lot of army officers and police officers, they laid down their lives there.
Yeah, yeah.
That will continue unless they are not subdued, they are not annihilated properly. But meanwhile, these two aspects should not be ignored. Hearts and minds policy for the people of the area, spend money on them. And secondly, the talks should continue. And that talk should be done from the position of strength. When we are in a position of strength, only then we can, through the mediator, we can talk. And this is my personal experience also, with very hardline elements in Balochistan, they were ready to talk. They were ready. Of course, when you resort to conversations or talks or peace talk, there's always a give and take. You have to accept a few demands. Maybe you can use money to, appease them. Maybe you can accept their few demands which are not really very, which are acceptable to us. So this is, I think, that it can work.
Honestly, the options you have just mentioned are really, really fair enough. And of course, it needs a strategy as well. But when we see the ideology which they are having, the local people and the party they're making, and the differences they have, because, it takes years and years to make a mindset. And because as we are watching people living there, they have a mindset that is against everyone living in Pakistan except themselves. So giving them money or other opportunities, do you still think that will change anything?
Actually, that is the main issue here, because you see, every area has its own problems. Balochistan is a backward area.
Right, it is.
They don't have much opportunities of their earning, livelihood, and for all other things.
Yeah.
Even education, that is limited. So you have to work on that. The mindset can change when you provide them all these things. And this mindset has been, when you are poor and you tell them or you mislead them, or you brainwash them that you are poor because of bad policies of the government of Pakistan,
Right.
or they do not care about you as much they care about Punjab. And so this sort of propaganda, brainwashing, that develops this side of kind of mindset. So that mindset can be changed by your narrative, and narrative is backed by these things that you give them hope. Why states come into being? To give security, your financial security, other securities. So you should ensure that these people don't feel deprived.
Right.
They should get look. Perceptions are stronger than realities.
Right.
So we should address the perceptions. I'm a strong advocate of this thing. We should address the perceptions. If they have a perception that they are being deprived and more, resources are being spent elsewhere, that should be changed.
All right.
That's important. Yeah.
But when we see like countries along with India, I don't know, there must be so many like who are protecting them and who are giving them like funding and facilities and everything. So that is something which you are telling, that is the problem, that is the issues of the local people living there. But there are some like people who are owning that, and they are using these tools to like lead, but actually they're not working for those tools as well, because they have their funding thing, their injection which they're having like from India or other countries. That is also another purpose. And I think so like asking you, when we have an enemy like India, we are still somewhere fighting with the mini countries, where that is Afghanistan, and when we see in Pakistan we have Balochistan there as well, but all of things are actually running from India's side. So what strategy should be made to stop those?
Yeah, very right. I mean, look, what they're doing is they are fueling the fire. The fire is there.
Yeah.
They are fueling it. And as an arch enemy, they have always been here trying to, hurt us. And at times this has been tit for tat thing also.
Yeah.
Pakistan can also retaliate in the same manner. Very recently, India has tried to, punch above their weight. You might have noticed that they even targeted a separatist Sikh in Canada.
Yeah.
And they also tried to kill a Sikh in America also.
Yes.
So they have been uproar on that, and even the Canada-India relations became very bitter, if you remember that.
Yes.
So India thinks that now they have become a power to be reckoned with. But I think they're trying to punch above their weight. They have carried out these activities in Pakistan as well, from target killing to pumping in money to these people, whether it was Taliban Pakistan, TTP, or the BLA.
Yes.
So they want to create unrest in Pakistan. They want to bleed Pakistan. Strategy is this, as I said, that as far that is concerned, we should stop the channels of financing and directions that are coming from India. And for that purpose, things have become complicated when Taliban have come into power in Afghanistan ever since August 2021.
Yeah.
And that is, I think, we should also review our policies. We should accept our follies and faults.
Of course.
So when we have been, supporting, when we became ally of the US in war against terrorism, at the same time we supported the Taliban as well. And I think, to my mind, Taliban would not have survived even a year if we had not supported them at that time.
Right.
We had been running with hare and hunting with hound. We should accept that. And when they came into power, we thought that, because this is the issue was that from the very beginning, from the inception, we are sandwiched between the western border and eastern border. Afghanistan on one side, India on the other side. With India, we had very clear strained relations,
of course,
over Kashmir and all these things. So we wanted to have a peaceful, Afghanistan, a friendly Afghanistan.
Yes.
So we always try to have a friendly government in Afghanistan. So we had a strategy of, strategic depth.
Yeah.
And that was the quest. For that we made some, some such decisions that we supported Mujahideen with the help of US. And then when these Taliban, we didn't create Taliban. Taliban uh, came into being naturally, and yes, we supported them. So if you look at the Afghan history, Pak-Afghan relations, there are only two very brief periods when we had good relations with Afghanistan. One was in the era of Sardar Dawood in 70s, very brief period.
Yeah.
And then this era, the first stint of Afghan Taliban from 96 to 2001.
Right.
So we had good relations. So when this issue, of 9/11, after 9/11, America was furious, and they thought Osama bin Laden, who was the perpetrator of that Al Qaeda, of that incident, he was hiding in Afghanistan, and they wanted to attack Afghanistan.
Yeah.
But prior to that, only three countries had recognized Taliban government at that time: Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, and United Arab Emirates. So they asked us to talk to Taliban that we have no enmity with them. What they can do is hand over Osama bin Laden,
Yeah.
or tell them to leave Afghanistan. So Pakistan also tried, and Saudi Arabia also tried. But they were not convinced. Also, we will not do this.
Yeah.
So then you see what happened. The Americans, they invaded, and within weeks, the Taliban government was, they fled away. They melted in the dead of night. And for a good 20 years, you see what happened in Afghanistan. So war on terror started, and we became ally on war on terror, but we chose to help them as well. That was I would say, retrospectively, I can say, maybe at times you can't look into the future. We helped them also. We helped the Americans as well. So when they came into power, we thought that, they have come into power, we have friendly government again. But that was not the case.
Right.
They turned against us. On the very, first week of their coming into power, they opened the doors of jails, and thousands of TTP and Daesh, and the so-called Islamic State group, their militants, they were freed.
Right.
And a new era of terrorism started in Pakistan.
Started by then. Yeah. All right. So looking around, like out of Pakistan, when there were the war situations between Iran and US alongside Israel, and like Pakistan became the mediator to stop all that and the ceasefire, and then again things are happening. So what future do you see, like after these war situations? Where is this war going on?
Yes, actually, Pakistan played an amazing role as a mediator in this whole thing, and it was basically due to hectic efforts of Pakistan, and with the help of Qatar and other countries. China was also on the back, that they managed to bring these two parties on the negotiating table, and ultimately they signed agreement also.
Yeah.
And I believe that after some time, both the countries, Iran and America, they didn't have the appetite to continue with the war. For several reasons, their logistic reasons, or military reasons, or economic reasons, or their own political reasons in their homes. But after this agreement, there were spoilers as well, like Israel,
Yeah.
other countries who didn't want them to, reach a peace agreement. Now you see what the latest situation erupted, because there is. You might have seen the funeral of the robber,
Exactly.
and there was a mammoth crowd there.
There were like around 43 million people.
Yes, and they were chanting
Yes.
slogans to take revenge.
Yeah.
So that was the popular sentiment, that the robber, his family, and all other leaders, they were killed in that U.S. attacks. So now there is a sort of a division between the Iranian political leadership and the Iranian Pasdarane Inqilab, the Revolutionary Guards. The political elite, including the president of Iran, they want a diplomatic, solution to this, whereas the Revolutionary Guard, they want to, cater to the sentiments and sensibilities of the people of Iran. This is one side, and on the other side, you might have heard the statement given by the Vice President of America, J.D. Vance, that some elements within Israeli government,
Yeah.
they are provoking the American public so that this peace agreement does, work.
Right.
So this is what is happening from both sides. And also there are, when this agreement was reached, they gave 60 days to, look into the modalities to define it. There were some clauses which were ambiguous,
Right.
like who will administer state of Hormuz. These things were to be decided in the modalities.
Right.
And what should be done with the sanctions on Iran, which were imposed by America since long. What should be done to the frozen assets of Iran? So these clauses were a bit ambiguous, which had to be clarified and in these 60 days. That also became one reason of this issue. And I think now the other issue, the main issue is that while the whole region, or the whole world wants peace in this region because of state of Hormuz, the fuel prices are
It's affecting
shot
like
up.
the world.
It's
yeah.
affecting everybody, and every country, almost every country,
Yeah.
especially our region.
Yeah.
And but it's looks like that it will continue for a while. So they have started looking for the alternatives.
Right.
Alternatives to state of Hormuz. Maybe the pipelines will be laid down. It might take long, but they have started thinking about it very seriously. To my mind, this is also a dangerous development because it means that they have lost hope in peace.
Yeah.
They are looking for the alternatives. So if they are looking for alternatives for the economic reasons, these warring countries, they will continue with it maybe for a year. The focus on that would be, less.
Yeah.
So that should be addressed, and I think the agreement which Pakistan, with the help of Pakistan, it was reached. This is a good template. This is a good form. Whenever their hostilities will stop, again they will have to resort to this agreement.
Exactly.
It might take some time.
Exactly. At least there is something like to follow.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your time. And
Thank you very much.
although I wanted to ask so many things, but because we are running out of time, so I'm really grateful that you were here with me. So I hope you guys have understood about so many points which I actually asked him and he has answered. So give your opinions in the comments and take care. We will catch you back in another episode. Bye-bye.